We are Fairy Tail!
I am Natsu Dragneel.
Hey, I'm Gray.
Put your clothes back on, you damn underpants, Shogun.
Oh, you want to go, General Snowface?
Yeah, come on, bring it, droopy eyes.
I'm Loki, and ladies, my number is... And you can text me anytime.
I am Elfman, hair from my fist to meet your face.
Natsu!
What?
Hi. Hey, Natsu!
Huh?
Lucy likes you!
Don't say weird shit like that when I'm trying to fight Gray! Oh yeah? Well, you still haven't beaten me yet, Gray.
Oh yeah, you want to go again?
Bring it then!
Until the two of you are stronger than me, no fighting!
I'll be good.
Urza, why don't you just let them be? Isn't it better this way?
Hey, Charle! Yeah? Here's a biscuit cup for you. No way!
Hey, Natsu?
Huh?
Remember when I asked you if I could be your wife a long while back?
Uh-huh.
That question still stands.
What?
It still stands.
Don't you get involved in this, Gray.
Is the big bad Natsu gonna get angry?
Fire Dragon's Fist!
Whoever the hell else we feel like bringing into the show, I'll give you a clue. Shooba-dooba! So hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. God, I know it's been a while. We're sorry, sort of. I'm not.
Our bad.
I had craziness in Orlando, and that kind of delayed things. And then I had finals, and that kind of took precedence over podcasting, editing. We recorded some stuff, but yeah, the Fairy Tale things, like it was crazy. So we're gonna play catch up, and you'll be getting a lot of episodes within the next 2 weeks because I'm actually on break and I can catch up on both shows. So that ought to make things interesting. All right, podcast news. What do we want to talk about? Well, first and foremost, the Fairy Tale fan panel that they actually had at AFO was really, really cool, and a special shout out to the girl that ran it. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name right now, but you were cosplayed as Erza, and I love that because she actually had heard of us. She knew who we were. And that was like extra special cool. She knew about the Fairy Tale podcast. She's a fan of ours. She listens to us. So mad props. Send us fan mail to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com with your name, obviously, so we can send you some more shout outs and props. It was her first panel, and it wasn't bad. It was good. She was just nervous, and we all have to deal with that. Our first panel, everybody's nervous. Their first panel. It just happens. But it was really fun. We had a good time. And pretty much the only thing I would say as far as advice is just, this is to anybody out there that wants to run a panel. Don't grab things off of YouTube, generally, because anything that's pulled off of YouTube is always mirrored. So it's weird to look at it being mirrored around. But yeah, try and avoid YouTube videos if at all possible, unless you can find one that's not mirrored. Anything that you want to use in Japanese, try not, especially if you don't want to get in trouble with it at a con, make sure that you have it raw. That's all I'm saying. But as far as Fairy Tale goes, you might want to pimp the dubs, because Funimation will smile at you for that. So, just saying. But she did a really good job, and it was cool, and she knew who Doctor was, and she was a fangirl for Doctor, and that was great, too, and he was totally surprised about that. But we had fun at AFO. The con itself went really, really well. We had a good time. Loki got to cosplay in his Loki cosplay for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not a lot of people knew who I was, though.
This is both a Konoha Corner joke and a fairy tale podcast thing at the same time. I got a fairy tale wallet.
Nice.
Yes. It's really awesome. Lucy got another portion of her cosplay. Well, Happy, who will be cosplaying as Lucy, got a new portion of her cosplay that I got for her. She got the key set. So she has the Zodiac keys. It's really cool, the gold and silver Zodiac keys. And we're going to get that signed for her. And, yeah, a lot of other cool stuff. We're still trying to work on getting to New York Comic Con. They sent an email to the Konoha Corner email saying that our panel had been declined, but I don't know which panel it was that got declined, and they still haven't responded back to let me know which one. So it's either Konoha Corner or Fairy Tale that got declined, and I kind of want to know which one, because we sent two. So hopefully it's more specific when they reply. I'm hoping it's not the Fairy Tale one, because that was really, really important. But we definitely want you guys to try and help us out, and it's really easy. Just go to Konoha Corner KonohaCornerPodcast.webs.com. Click on the donation button that you'll see immediately, because it's above the fold on the page. But click on that button. It'll take you to our PayPal, where you can donate for either. You can donate to. It'll say donations for Konoha Corner, but it's also Fairy Tale Podcast because we're one and the same. And any money that we get from that will help us get to places like New York Comic Con, and we really want to get to New York Comic Con because Hiro Mishima is going to be there, and we want to get an interview with him to be able to show you guys up on YouTube. And the same thing with all of the voice actors that are going to be there. Not the voices for the dub of Fairy Tale will be there, and they will be Natsu, Gray, Lucy, and Erza. So we really want to have a chance to sit down and get some FaceTime with them and ask them some questions that you guys might want to know. And if you have any questions that you would like us to ask either Hiro Mishima or any of the dub cast, please submit those questions. Just title the email questions for Mishima or for whoever, and go ahead and type out your questions, and who knows, we may get a chance to ask your question in our interview, and that'd be really cool, right? We'll ask your question. That's the big news coming up in October, but we're going to pull back and focus a bit on September. We are going to be doing a big fan panel at AWA, and Todd Habercorn is going to be there. So Natsu will be there, and he's joked around and threatened several times that he's going to crash our Fairy Tale fan panel, which we hope he does. And make sure that if you're in or around the Atlanta area for the end of September, beginning of October, because AWA takes place on the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd of each of those respective months. Make sure you're there, because it's going to be a fun time. AWA knows us. They love us. They're great people. And they're giving us a shot, so it's really, really cool. Alrighty. And that having been said, that's all the podcast news that we have for you this week. And we are going to move on to some of the more interesting stuff with the Fairy Tale news. Now, once again, we're going to talk about, the fact that Hiro Mishima is, of course, going to be in New York for the New York Comic Con. And, it's an amazing event. I cannot stress enough that you guys should be there for this. This is huge Fairy Tale news. And so the New York Comic Con will be held October 13th through the 16th. So, it's a good 4 days. It just says it's at Javits Center. That's all it says. So, good luck with that one. Fun stuff. But yeah, it's held the 13th of October through the 16th of October at the Javits Center or Javits Center or whatever you want to call it. But make sure to go ahead and reserve your tickets now, especially the VIP tickets, because you get more FaceTime with Hiro Mishima. All right, our next bit of Fairy Tale news is actually really, really cool. It's the Japanese comic ranking for August 15th through the 21st. And Fairy Tale Volume 28 was actually number 1 that week. So that's really, really cool. It sold 294,536 weekly copies, and it had a total of 294,536 total copies, so the same amount. It was 440 yen and distributed by Kodansha. I don't know what the 28th volume has entail, but the second place was actually volume 63 of One Piece. So Fairy Tail beat out One Piece. And then number 4 was Negima, volume 35 of Negima. So, I mean, it's those are some big titles to beat. Naruto volume 57 came in at 11. And Hunter x Hunter was at 15. Bleach was at 19. So, I mean, if Fairy Tail came up in first place against some major heavy hitters there. I mean, if One Piece is in second place to Fairy Tail, that says something right there. So, all Fairy Tailers, pat yourself on the back. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I've got from podcast news, and we're now going to move on to fan mail because we actually have some fan mail to be read over the podcast this week.
On Charles Magical Education, I'm going to cover Laxus.
Yay.
Go you, pat yourself on the back.
I'm gonna cover you, alright?
Fuck, my arms are not long enough.
I think she's going to cover you in, like, chocolate sauce or something.
Oh, baby.
No, Laxus ain't that hot. I'm sorry.
Oh. You know,
Yes.
in spite of sounding... You know what? I'm bi. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Cut down.
Laxus has a lot of magic. His magic, yeah, he can use Dragon Slayer magic, which is artificial. He has Fairy Law, Lightning, Organic Link magic, and Thought Protection.
You know, the only magic I wish I had was the Jedi Force powers.
You want to take your top off.
Well, sadly, you don't. Or you.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, so Laxus had a lot of tricks up his sleeves. He can use Lightning Dragon Slayer magic that allows him to use lightning as his element to control and fight with. He can also eat it and use it to restore himself back to a healthy state. But this is artificial as in he is not really a Dragon Slayer. He can also stop his lightning with something metal. Go Jill.
And get electrocuted.
Yeah.
He can also move at the speed of electricity.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck light, I'm going electric.
He has Fairy Law, which is a caster-type magic that surrounds an area that the caster chooses with a bright light. Then the caster spirit decides who is an enemy and who is friend. The caster cannot lie to this magic, as it is one of the 3 great fairy magics, and it is also a legendary spell. Once the caster spirit chooses who is foe, the spell is cast, and friends are left standing with no harm done. This spell is meant to deter enemies from further action.
Deter enemies.
Deter. Okay. Sorry.
DT or something. No, I'm starting to cry. No, suck it up. Suck it up.
You better deter those eyes.
It's okay. The tear duct
No.
suck. Yeah, it's alright.
There's a
No.
reversal of tears.
No.
That's right.
Sorry. The spell is meant to deter enemies from further action. Lightning magic is elemental magic that is cast from the user's body. It is one of the stronger elemental magics out there and can be used in many ways. Organic link magic is where if an object is charged with magic and you attack it, that object's magic will be released in a counterattack, meaning you attack something with lightning, you get your ass fried.
Those lacrimal he used then.
Yes.
Electrocution.
Thought protection projection is where the user can copy themselves, and that copy can interact with others as if it was the real person.
Yeah, because we've seen that used before.
Oh yes, the way I would use this.
No, we've seen another mage, not from Fairy Tail, but from the Fairy Tail Guild, but we've seen somebody use that.
And that wraps it up. Back to you, Natsu.
Alright, so that wraps us up for Charles' Magical Education. We are going to move on to Cooking with Elfman.
So today on Cooking with Elfman, I will teach you how to make crispy ramen noodle pancakes. Yeah, I went there.
That sounds sexy.
That sounds good. I want some.
First, what you'll need is 2 packages of any kind of ramen noodles, which if you're listening to us, you probably have a ton of them.
I do. Oh wait, no. I only got 1 pack. Fuck.
Well, it's not that hard to go get another pack. You just need 20 cents.
Exactly.
That's a long way to go.
You'll need 2 green onions thinly sliced, 2 tablespoons of water, yeah, that's not much, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, an 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil divided, and 3 ounces of shiitake mushrooms, stems removed and sliced, as well as 2 medium heads of bok choy cut in 1/4-inch wide strips. Now, first off, what you need to do is cook the noodles according to the package directions, which you should have this in your head by now. Drain and rinse with cold water. Then you transfer it to a large bowl and toss it with green onions and 1 seasoning pack. Discard any other of these seasoning packets because you don't want it too flavory. And secondly, you combine the water, the oyster sauce, the cornstarch, and the pepper in a small bowl. You heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add noodle mixture to the skillet. Press down evenly with a spatula to form a pancake. Cook for 5 to 7 minutes or until the bottom is crisp and golden brown. Slide into a serving plate. Add 1 tablespoon of oil to the skillet. Invert pancake into the skillet and cook for 5 minutes until crisp and golden brown. Return the pancake to plate and keep warm. Heat remaining 1 tablespoon of oil in skillet. Add mushrooms. Cook 2 minutes until tender, stirring occasionally. Add the bok choy. Cook for another 2 minutes until stems are crispy tender. Add sauce mixture and cook for 30 seconds until vegetables are glazed, stirring frequently. Spoon the vegetables over the pancake. That's it.
Alright, so make sure to keep an eye out on the website, which of course is fairytailpodcast.wordpress.com, because we will be posting in our blogs the ingredients, the directions for every episode of Cooking with Elfman, so that you guys can actually pull this up online or pull it up on your phone, your iPad, whatever you have, if in case you want to actually try cooking some of these recipes at home. They will be available on our website, so make sure to check by periodically to see and try out any of the cooking ideas. And if you do try to cook some of these, let us know how it went. We're always interested in seeing if you can come up with a cool little dish, or maybe you have an idea as to some other recipes that you would like to be put up on the show, or maybe you make your own recipes and you'd like us to go ahead and have Elfman talk about them or share them with everybody. If you've got a recipe, we want to know. So you can send those to us through email, fairytailpodcast@gmail.com. All right, so that does it for our Cooking with Elfman segment, and we are going to move on to our final segment, which of course is Reedus' Gallery, hosted by Lisanna.
Lisanna with Reedus' Gallery, and I had 3 very tough to decide between pictures this week. The other ones will be shown eventually, so don't worry. So, the picture this week is titled Summertime by Kunoichi-san. It's absolutely adorable.
I love Panther Lily in this.
It's pretty great. But anyways, what I like about this picture is, one, the background. The water looks really, really nice and, painterly. So does the clouds. And the cool little pattern thing they've got going in the background on the sky is really interesting. It kind of brings a bit of contrast to the painty style of everything else. And then, of course, you've got the adorable expressions, and I'm trying to figure out, the drawing is nice. I like how they were able to pretty much get down a good portion of the style. I'm really getting a kick out of the little Natsu in the background. And just the execution's really, really nice this time around. So, I am gonna go around our table, and I'm gonna ask questions. Starting with thumbs up or thumbs down. Charle.
Paws up.
Laxus.
Toes up.
Natsu.
Thumbs up.
Gray.
Thumbs up.
Loki.
Spirit, thumbs up.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
And, looks like Mira's going with hands up. Alright. What is one thing you like or dislike about this picture? Charle.
I like that Gajil is sitting there patting Lily on the head, and then you got this little bubble over here, and Lily's like, "Do you touch my ears? Why?"
Alright. Laxus.
I love the fact that Lily's just all pissed off, put me fucking down. Now.
Natsu.
I like the fact that Gajil is fishing with his toes.
Gotta get
No, seriously, see the string coming off of his big toe? He's fishing. And
Alright.
it's funny because as soon as he catches it, he can turn his other leg into steel and impale that fucker. He can clean the fish without ever taking it out of the water.
Gray.
I like that Natsu's just on the island going, "Hey!"
Of course you would point that out. Elfman.
Exactly.
I like a little detail about the raft. Actually has a summertime underneath it.
Loki.
I'm going to have to agree with Gray on Natsu being on the island. The little pink-haired bastard deserved it.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Actually, I'm kind of impressed. For the first time, Loki didn't talk about Levy's curves.
Everyone knew that's where I was going eventually. So.
Yeah, but
Hey,
Gajil
leave
was
my
going to
curves
kill you.
alone.
And then it looks like our sad, mute little Mira has said that she's liking the color scheme and the way it's drawn. Alright, one word to describe this picture. Charle.
Fun.
Laxus.
Epicappy.
Epicappy.
Epicappy. I like that. Alright, Natsu.
Summertime.
There we go. That was the obvious one. Gray.
Marooned.
Loki.
Curves.
God damn it.
Elfman.
Wet.
Wow.
And Mira's going with Summer Days. And that's going to wrap us up for this week's pick out of Reedus' gallery, and I'm going to turn it back to Natsu.
Alrighty, so that wraps us up for all of our segments, and we are now going to move on to the manga recap. Alright, so this week's chapter is chapter 246, and it's called Domain of the Abyss. Feelings gradually fade away, regardless of how time may flow by. There is something here that never changes. And it's the old lady that was with, Makarov. Poryushka, I think is her name. It sounds very Russian. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd do her.
Then we have Sleeping Laxus. And then...
Titties.
You eat the lightning?
The flame and lightning united.
Lightning flame dragon? It's just like when he ate Ethereal.
Now we've got the Super Saiyan yell because he's covered in lightning and he's got all... and flying forward and punching him in the face, and he goes flying, and whee!
Wait.
And more punching, and ah! Other stuff.
After the impact of the flame, the lightning follows up with an attack.
Amazing!
No, what's amazing is that the tables pressing your breast down like that. That's what's amazing.
Oh, okay. My brain thought that white box was another panel.
Oh, no.
So I was like, I thought I saw little cat ears at the bottom, so I thought I was happy for a minute. It was like happy.
Those are boobs,
It
honey.
looks like half sombrero.
Oh, God. Right, so anyway.
And like a
Yes, get that big.
bow.
How dare you harm our guild!
He's doing a Rasengan and a Chidori baby.
Flashback of Makarov, punch in the face. Flashback of Gazil, Elfman. I think that's Mira. And Hades goes flying.
Whee! Whee!
No, Mira's on the next page, and that's, freaking... I'm going to erase you! Recomb Eraser Gun!
I've got your hands. What?
Lightning Flame Dragons! Roar!
Raw.
Roar.
Roar, 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 roar. My dragons roar.
Rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon.
And look, he makes the arc explode. Is anybody having Final Fantasy X flashbacks right
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
This attack was so powerful it did damage to Tenro Island.
Yeah. What?
And Natsu standing there looking pimp and breathing hard. And everybody's giving him like surprised look.
I have happy.
I don't know what kind of look that is.
Lucy's like, yee.
Everyone else is just like, damn it, so close to the ass.
Whoa! Icy butt!
I did it.
Look at Lucy's ass. Natsu!
And she catches him! Like, suddenly, Lucy has become a lot more dependable than she was at the beginning of this series. Thanks for saving me. I'm completely out of magic power now.
Happy face. That was an intense, overwhelming consumption of magic power just now. He must be exhausted.
It's finally over now, isn't it?
Yeah!
I like how Lucy and Natsu look right here, though. That's cute. And on to the next page, where we have the kitties.
Happy comes to save the day.
And I like how, alright, the one thing I like about this is that, like, Charle has her head up, Happy's butt, and then freaking Panther Lily has his head right up Charles' butt.
Where do you think the power source could be?
With a ship this huge, it has to have a giant lacrima powering it.
Speaking of which, why are we in these tiny vents?
I don't know. Ask Happy.
No reason in particular.
No reason?
He just got a sniff.
Yeah, he just
Hey, watch it. Don't just stop suddenly.
What's wrong, Happy? What is this?
Now we have Epic Shock Face. Shock.
It's alive?
You're quite some amazing youngsters. That damn Makarov. He raised up some incredible brats.
No way.
I don't know how many decades it's been since I've taken this much damage. It would be simple to finish things off as they are right now. But I want to thank you properly for entertaining me.
That's impossible.
That attack didn't have any effect on him at all?
Called it.
The Devil's Eye. Awakening. I'm going to show you something quite remarkable.
Your penis isn't that...
Oh my god, put your pants back on! It's so small! Alright, here we go.
The abyss of magic. This domain of magic is far beyond any of your wildest imaginations.
I have a very big imagination.
That's what she says.
Among other things.
Meow meow.
No way!
That can't be.
I've never felt this kind of magic power before. It's still increasing!
That's what she said!
This is your end, fairy tale.
Not to!
Shit! I don't have enough. I don't even have enough strength left to move. All hope is consumed by the true despair. Is there no way left to fight back? To be continued in Chapter 247, So Close By, which we will be covering very soon.
Yep, I know who I'm cosplay as.
All right. Oh, you're going to be Hades?
Yes.
Awesome. That would be cool. All right, so let's go around the table real quick and see what everybody thought of this. Charle, pause up or pause down?
Pause up.
Happy.
Up.
Okay, now the thumbs up and thumbs down. Loki.
Why not? Thumbs up.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Gray.
Thumbs up.
Luxus.
Toes up.
All right, so what is one thing you liked or didn't like about this chapter? Charle.
I don't like the fact that I have Tiger Lily's head up my ass.
I got news for you, honey. It wasn't the ass.
How did it taste, Tiger Lily?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Was it tasty?
Happy.
I was very mad that Tiger Lily got more pussy than me.
Loki.
I'm pissed off I didn't get to see Lucy Bass. Guys, in that block.
Elfman.
I liked all the explosions. So.
That's usually what happens in a late night.
All right, Gray.
I liked how Natsu's face looked like it was melting.
He looked like he was drooling on himself.
Melting with sweat.
I'm melting!
Luxus.
I got to sleep through the whole thing.
You too?
It showed me asleep in the first scene.
And I guess we're going to skip the prediction since we already know what happens in the next
No!
chapter. 'Cause we're so far behind.
Are we gonna...
I predict that there's going to be loads of demons.
I predict that Happy is going to save the day. Oh, what did you think of this recap? All right, Mira said that she liked Natsu's attack and that it was freaking awesome. Okay. Happy, what did you think of this week's recap?
I think it went good.
Loki.
I enjoyed my nap.
Elfman.
It went well.
Gray.
It was pussy-tastic.
Dear Lord.
Luxus.
My lines were epic.
And I think we're going to move on to something. We're going to start something new for this, for the Fairy Tale manga recaps that Happy's definitely going to like. If you could sum up this chapter in one word, what would that word be? Charle.
Sex.
Happy.
Put me on the spot.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Loki.
Vodka. Give me some goddamn vodka.
Okay, Elfman.
Devils.
Gray.
Fishy!
Luxus.
Fornication.
And my word would be breathless, because that's what Natsu was this whole chapter.
Here said flame, lightning,
Omega Blast.
Omega Blast.
Okay, so that wraps us up for the manga recap and pretty much this episode of the podcast. And that means all we have left to do is name this episode. So, Charle, episode 10 shall be called what?
I got 8.
Happy.
Take out anyone?
Loki.
Cats ahoy.
Elfman.
Someone's giving a stink out.
Gray.
Charle farted.
Luxus.
Somebody's getting pussy.
Oh my god. Mira's is called Mira Can't Talk, and I'm going to go with Don't Stop Receiving.
Oh, she didn't finish off the line of pussy jokes.
I know, right? Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up for us, and we are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us.
Find out about the latest Fairy Tale news, when the next episode is out, or to post on our blogs and let us know what you thought, visit fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com. You can also send us an email to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com.
Of course, all our videos are up on YouTube until we find a good feed to host them for iTunes and Zune. However, we do not have all the audio up on our Mega Upload account, which is linked in the description for every video we post up.
If you want to follow us on Twitter to see what pretty pictures we find, new logos, con info, and awesome music, follow us at FairyTaleCast.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the Fairy Tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow.
Now remember, you can donate to us by going to that Konoha Corner website that we mentioned earlier, which is konohacornerpodcast.webs.com. Click that donation button, and you can submit the dollar amount of your choice and find out if you can get your way into Charles' skirt. Yeah. Please don't forget the reason that we're here, though, which of course is to support the Fairy Tale series. Please help keep Hiro Mishima employed, and it's really easy. All you have to do is purchase the manga, the swag, and when the anime comes out, make sure you either pre-order or purchase the anime when it's available in your area. Alright, so I am Natsu Dragneel, and I am saying, good God, I'm tired.
I'm Charle, and I'm wondering why Tiger Lily has his head up my skirt.
Panther.
Yeah, his name is Panther Lily.
Oh, did I just call
Yeah.
I'm happy, and I'm very jealous.
I'm Loki, and Aries is my favorite.
I'm Elfman. I'm feeling kind of evil today.
What? I'm Gray, and Charle, why do you smell like old crab paste?
You eat fish all day and see what you smell like.
I'm Laxus, and I'm still asleep after starting off sleeping this episode.
And my question for Charle is, why does your downstairs smell like possum? Mira says, I'm Mira, and I need to transform myself into a Wi-Fi router.
Then we can't stare at boobies.
And that is it for us. We are signing off. Later. Peace from the greatest guild in the world.